and good morning. Welcome to your morning energy boost. This is a full body wake up session. This is designed to do in the morning, but of course you don't have to. You can do the session any time of the day that you want to. We're going to start with a short warm up. We're going to have the main part of the session, which is broken down into two parts. The first part is body weight only, so we're going to really wake ourselves up. And the second half is a weighted section of the workout. Now, if you just want to stick for the first half of the session and just complete a 10-minute body weight workout, then you absolutely can. But if you want to stick with me for the whole of the 20-minute session, then you absolutely can do that as well. We'll have a short cool down at the end as well. So, are you ready? Let's get going. So we're going to start just working into a little squat. So just sitting in, just starting, just pushing that bottom back, keeping the back nice and straight, working on a really shallow depth to start with. We're just warming everything up. And of course, if you're doing this really early in the morning as well, it's just going to take that little bit longer. So just be kind to yourself. And as you're able to go through a few more reps, we're going to start to sweep the arms up to the side and back down. Sweep the arms up and back down. So warming up through the shoulders, through the back here as well. Good job. Well done. So keep that tummy engaged. Heels are pushed into the floor. And just breathing through. Well done. Take a little rest. Fantastic. Bring the feet nice and wide in the middle of your workspace here. We're going to push your weight over to one side but back. So pushing over and back, stretching out through the inner thigh, back up to the center and over to the other side. Again, stretching through that inner thigh. Back to the first side, and this time we're going to stretch the arm. Good. And the same on the other side. So now stretching through the inner thigh and also through your waist, through your back and into the arm. Well done. One more on each side here. Good job. We're going to finish off with a wall press. Now, if you normally do your press-ups down onto the floor or onto a raised surface and you think, well, I don't normally do them on the wall, don't worry, this is just a warm-up. So what we're going to do is stand by the wall, hands around about the height of the shoulders, feet firmly pushed into the floor, and we're just going to press in and come up. Nice, slow and controlled. What we don't want to do is push ourselves up off the wall and then let ourselves fall back down. Okay, I want you to keep that really controlled as if you were working on the floor or on your raised surface, if that's what you usually do. So down and up, keep that tummy nice and tight, really working on warming up through the chest, the triceps and the arms here as well. So a couple more. Good, keep the head and neck nice and neutral as well as the pelvis. And take your rest. Fantastic work. We're going to get into our first circuit now, and this circuit has got 4 exercises in it. It's a 5-minute circuit. One of the exercises we're going to do on one side, then the other. The first exercise is a glute kickback, so we're going to really be working up our glutes, our bottom muscles, but we're also going to be working on a bit of balance and coordination here as well. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do, and then you can join in when you're ready. So you're going to stand up nice and tall, as if someone's pulling you up through your head, so you're really feeling you're nice and lengthened through that spine. Tummy's engaged, and you're going to stand on one foot and kick the heel back and come back into center. So you're going to kick, kick, kick with one side. So when you're ready, you can start. If you need a little bit of extra balance, you can take a fingertip touch onto a wall next to you. You can hold onto the back of the sofa, a chair, whatever you have nearby that you can just steady yourself on if you need to. If you are doing this really early in the morning as well, or as soon as you've got up, then of course your brain just needs a little bit longer to switch on. Okay, and that's absolutely fine. You can touch down that toe each time if you would like to, or you can keep the foot hovering above the mat, and that's just going to give you an extra little bit of engagement here, extra little bit into the core and into the glutes. 2, 1, take a little rest. We're going to switch sides. Now, what you may have found with that exercise is the side that's working feels fine, maybe a little bit tired, but the side that's just supporting maybe that feels really tired as well, and that's okay because that side is doing quite a lot of the work. Are we ready to go on the other side? Let's go. So kick, kick, kick. Good. So if you don't need to hold on to something, then you don't have to. But if you need to help your balance, then please do, okay? And you can work to eventually coming off of holding on to something for your extra balance. Okay, it's something to work to. But if you do need to, maybe for the first half of the set you feel absolutely fine, and then as you get more tired, you need to just hold on to something for balance, absolutely fine, okay? You do you. Well done. Good. And take a rest. Really brilliant work. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work into our triceps. Again, this first circuit is body weight only, no weights here. So what we're going to do is we're going to bend over, push the bottom back, a little bend in the knees. Hands are coming just above the waist here. Palms are facing out. So get yourself into position and we're going to push, push, push. So start when you're ready, just pushing those arms up. Now I'm not bringing the arms below the waist each time, so I'm not doing big arched movements here. They're small little flutters. So just push, 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 push. Well done. Good job. So it's a 5-minute circuit, this first one. We're into minute 3 already. 2 exercises to go, and then we're going to repeat around. So hopefully by the end of this 5 minutes here, you'll feel nice and warm, and you can attack these exercises a little bit more. Take a rest. Fantastic. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to really wake up the whole body. A nice big full body movement here, a standing crunch. So the arms are going to come up overhead and you're going to bring the hands down to the sides of the knees and you're going to switch over. So working through the abs here as well as the whole body. Are you ready? Let's go. So standing crunch, a little bit more of a cardio wake up exercise here. So bring that knee up, crunch, crunch, crunch. Now, if you cannot bring your knee as high as this, that's okay. Just work to the range that you have and really work on foot placement. So where are you putting your foot down? Okay, are you ending up on the other side of the mat because you're just slowly traveling across, or are you able to stay in the same place? Because that's a really big thing. You know, knowing where you are in time and space is really important. And take a rest. Good job. You're going to have an opportunity to do that again in just a moment. But before we do, we're going to do some shoulder taps. Now you can do these onto your wall, your raised surface, or down onto the mat. Depends on what level you usually work at and how you're feeling today. I'm going to start mine onto my raised surface here. So opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Begin when you're ready. And just really work on nice, quiet hands. So we don't want to be hearing the hands thudding down like this. Okay, so nice, quiet hands. And that's going to mean that you are really able to control and engage your core muscles, which is so important. Well done. Good job. Keep it going. Lovely work. 2, 1, take a rest. We're going to go back to our standing glute kickback now. Okay, so this time you know what you're doing. Maybe your balance is going to be a little bit better than it was before. Maybe it's going to be exactly the same, but if it is, you know exactly what to do. So we're going to stand up, draw yourself up nice and tall, get those tummy muscles engaged, get the head nice and long. Are you ready? Let's go. Kick back that heel. And make sure it's coming out behind you. You're not accidentally just kicking out to the side and then you're ending up doing a side leg raise. Okay, so really work on kicking out that heel. If you need to do the first few, tapping the toe down, that's absolutely fine. If you want to do it without, so you've got that extra balance element, then that's you doing you, okay? Well done. Good job. So really focus on pushing yourself into the ground and take your rest. Amazing work. It's just really important here to just push yourself into the ground and engage your tummy muscles. Really strengthen that connection so that you know when you put your foot down, your tummy muscles engage. It's going to really help with balance in day-to-day life, as well as all of your workouts as well. Are you ready on the other side? Let's go. Good. Lovely work. It's a really nice focused, low impact exercise to work into the glutes here. If you struggle with things like a glute bridge, this is a really good place to start. You don't have to get up and down onto the floor. You can do it with weights. You can do it with a resistance band. So you can make this harder if you need to as time goes on. And that's how we can vary the intensity of certain exercises and take a rest. Fantastic. We're going to go back into those tricep flutters now. So again, we need to find that position first. The first thing we're going to do is push the bottom back. So work on hinging that hip back, little bend into the knee, palms are facing back above the hips, and we're going to push, push, push. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Push, 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 push. Keep those movements nice and small and nice and quick. Okay, so regular, short movements, nice and quick, with not too much swaying or bobbing through the body. Okay, body stays nice and still. Still pushing down through the feet into the floor. Neck is neutral, so the ears are in line with the shoulders. So not jutting the head out here or tucking the chin in. Well done. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Great work. Standing crunch up next. You've done this before. You know exactly what this is all about now. So we're going to get the hands up overhead. We're going to crunch and crunch. You've got about 10 seconds before we get going. So nice deep breath in. You are here. You are doing this session. If this is the best thing that you do all day, then this is going to be a really good start to the day. Well done. A day doing exercise is never a day wasted. Good job. And whilst you might not feel the results immediately, okay, you might be a little bit, your mood might be boosted, you might feel a little more energized, but it's those longer term effects, okay, that is what's really gonna make the difference for you. And you don't feel those immediately, so it can feel like pointless, like what am I doing this for? But trust me, just keep going. 2, 1, take a rest. And it all adds up to form the bigger picture. Okay, last exercise, we're gonna do our shoulder taps. Now I showed you on the raised surface before, so now I'm gonna show you down onto the mat. You've got your knees or your toes option here. So into your knee position here, if you're doing a modified, let's go. Tap, 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 tap. But you do have your full version as well if you want it. With any of these versions here, you want to aim to keep those hands nice and quiet and the hips nice and still. Okay, so that's what's really tricky here. The more body weight you are supporting, the harder your core has to work, and that's what becomes tricky. So the less body weight you're supporting, if you're using your raised surface, you can really focus on engaging those muscles before you bring on to the next level and take a rest. Great work. Okay, we are now going to get into our second circuit, which is a weighted circuit. If you don't want to do any weights today, you can follow along and do these without weights if you want to, or you can just stop now. Okay, you had your 10 minutes. I'm going to go and grab my lighter set of weights because again, just the morning session. I'm going to bring them up to the shoulders. I'm going to sit into a squat and I'm going to push up overhead. So join in when you're ready. Down, push, down, and push. Finish that movement before you go again. So rack back up to the shoulder, sit down and push. Each time, sit and push. Down and push. Well done. Brilliant work. Really fantastic here. Well done. 3, 2, 1. Take your rest. Brilliant. We're gonna keep with these weights here. We're gonna do a lateral raise with a bent knee. Now again, if you don't want to use the weights, you can do this without weights. The movement is very simple. The arms come up and one knee comes up, and we're gonna switch over. So alternating the knees, bringing the weights up each time. Are you ready? Let's go. Of course, if you are using weights, it's gonna feel a little different, so you have to slow it down. And you have to give the arms time to get down before you raise that other knee up, otherwise it's all gonna go a bit wrong. Okay, this is some coordination in here, a lot of core control, as well as coordination into the arms and the knee coming up. And of course, your arm strength. Don't forget that arm strength. Well done. And take a rest. Brilliant work. We're gonna stay with these weights and we're gonna do an upright row. If you are feeling really, really warm already and you wanna add the extra challenge in, you can go up in weight if you'd like to. Feet are around about shoulder width apart. Weights are down in front with my palms facing my body, and we're gonna row up, elbows nice and high, and come back down. So rowing up and back down again. Good. Engage those tummy muscles. Elbows are up. Well done. Good. Brilliant work. Fantastic. Keep it going. So it's just the arms that are moving here. Feet are pushed into the floor, tummy muscles are turned on. 2, 1, take a rest. Those arms might be feeling a little bit tired now, but that's okay. They're supposed to feel a little bit tired. We're gonna put the weights down just for the moment and just gonna give you a little bit of a reprieve with a bob and weave. So imagine you have a fence post here or a barrier of some type, and you're gonna get from one side to the other. We're gonna scooch underneath, coming up to stand, and come back underneath. So you're drawing a U shape as you come under and come up. Now, the fact that it is a virtual line that you've drawn here means that you can have it as high up here or as low as you'd like it to be. So you can continue to work in your range of movement to make this workout work for you. Okay, keep going. Good. Lovely work. 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. We've got one more exercise here before we loop back round, and that is a front raise to face pull. Now this is quite a tiring exercise. Again, I'm gonna go with my lighter weights here. The palms are facing my body as I bring the arms up to about shoulder height, sorry. Bring into the ears, out and down. So join in when you're ready. And down. So it's really important here that you don't push the neck out. Okay, you're bringing those weights into the ears, but keeping the head nice and still, okay? Really important as well not to be overly clenching the jaw. Just keep the jaw nice and relaxed. Good, tummy muscles are tight so you're not swinging either. 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. We're gonna go back into that squat with the overhead press. If you'd like to, because this is the last 5 minutes, you can go up in weight at this point, okay? Only you know how you feel, so you do what's right for you. We're gonna get into position, bring those weights up into the shoulders. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna push. Let's go. Down, push, re-rack. Down, push, good. Amazing work. So 2 exercises in one here. We've gone from more simple exercises to more complex ones as your brain has woken up more. Well done. Good. So you can work really hard in the morning, but you can be sympathetic to the fact that you have only just woken up. It doesn't mean that you don't have to have a good workout. And finish the one you're on, take a rest. Lateral raise to the knee raise is next. And this is a tough one to throw in first thing. But by now, we've added enough coordination in for your brain to know what's what. So it's that knee raise with the arms coming up to around about shoulder height. Are you ready? Let's go. Little bend in the elbow is going to help here, just to really direct into those muscles. Good job. Nice. And keep it slow on the arms. There is absolutely no benefit here in speeding up the arms, okay? In fact, more benefit in slowing them down because those muscles get to keep that tension for longer, okay? We call that time under tension, and that's what we want. You want to keep those muscles working as hard as possible for as long as possible. Good job, take a rest. Brilliant work. Upright row is next. Okay, and then just 2 exercises before we do a little cool down and you can crack on with the rest of your day. So bringing those feet just about shoulder width, maybe a little wider. Palms are facing your body as you're resting those weights on the thighs, and let's go. Coming up and back down. Up, back down. Now, really important here, again, just like with the face pull, that we're not jutting out the chin as the weights are coming up. And also we're not overly sucking the belly in and rounding out through the back as well. So just be really careful and really mindful of your movement here, that you are working with good form, because not only does that reduce the risk of injury, it actually increases, take a rest, the effectiveness of the exercise, which is exactly what you want. If you're working for 20 minutes, you want 20 minutes of value out of your exercises. 2 exercises to go. We're going to do that bob and weave here. So ready to come under and then back under. Ready? 2, 1, let's go. Under and up, under and up. Nice and tight into the tummy. Good. Really pushing that bottom back. I'm going to show you from the side. So scooping under, nice flat foot. So we're not working on the side of the foot and moving the foot either. So being really careful on foot placement, as well as where you're putting your body underneath that barrier that you have imagined. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Brilliant work. Last exercise then, we're going to do that front raise to face pull. Really tricky exercise to end on, but we've got a couple of stretches just to help to iron out those little wrinkles before you crack on today. So weights in front of you here, just slightly resting on the thighs just to begin with, and let's go. So up to the front, into the ears, out and down. Now the downwards movement is always going to be the most tricky movement because the weights just want to get down to the ground. That is the nature of gravity. It's going to want to pull those weights down. Your muscles and your strength and your form is what's stopping that from happening. So the slower you go with that, the more you increase the effectiveness of your movement, okay? And you can use not only your arms, but your tummy muscles to help keep those weights nice and controlled. Take a rest. Well done. Good job, champion. So we're going to bring that weight, that arm in front, stretch out through the shoulder. And here we're just stretching out through the deltoid. So you've got shoulder stretch. Good. So time to jump in the shower. Go and put your best foot forward, make the best of your day. Let's switch sides. I always like to have a little walk around as I'm doing my cool down because I don't want to just get too cool too quickly. Just want to keep that blood moving. Well done. Bringing the arms behind you, shaking hands with yourself and just pushing that chest out. A couple of really nice positive breaths in. It's going to be a good day. I am valued. And let's work through the upper back as well. So again, shake hands with yourself, round up through the back, drop the head. Positive breaths in, exhale the negativity. Nice positive breath in, say something really positive about your day ahead. Are you going to tick that thing off the to-do list, that thing that's been there for ages? You've been putting it off. You can get that done today. Make a big dent in that list. And take a rest. Really, really well done. You can stretch out your quads with me just to finish off if you have the time, putting the knees together, holding onto your foot, pushing the hips forward. You're going to feel that stretch. If you don't keep the hips pushed forwards or the knees together, likelihood is you're not going to feel that stretch there. Hold on to something if you need to. You can also do this from a lying down position. If you find the balance element of it hard, let's switch sides. And of course, you do not always have to get the heel up to the bottom. If your range of movement is limited, that's okay. Just do what you can. You can also use a resistance band to help you as well into that stretch, but just keep those hips pushed forwards and you will feel that stretch. And take a rest. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this session. If you want more sessions like this and you want them early, you can join the membership of the channel and you get a whole range of perks, including access to a members only WhatsApp group for chat, support and accountability. There is early release on sessions depending on which tier you're on, and there's also on-demand sessions like playback of the live sessions that I do as well. So if you want all of that, take a little look in the session description because there will be a join link and you can go and have a little look and see what you think. I'd love to have you on board. Otherwise, thank you so much. Don't forget to leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, and like and share with anyone that you think would like this. Take care and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.